Oh, hello you lot, how you doing? Hope you're alright and happy and dandy. I've been having a lot of questions and complaints, in fact, and complaints for some reason about SGS engineering products. Why are you complaining to me? I don't know. You complain on the videos what I've done about the strimmers, and mainly the strimmer actually, about people not being able to get it to start, not being able to get the chokes ran the wrong way and all this other rubbish. I'm going to have to do some videos to try and smooth all that out, but that's another time, because today's Friday evening, and I love Friday evenings, and I've got something to look at. Look at this. Check this out, you lot. Look at this, what's in this box, right? There's no indication. Well, there might be an indication there. Made in China, of course. What's inside this box? Now, what is inside this box is something that I've been saving up for a very, very long time, because my daughter, bless her, she wants one of these. She's wanted one of these for a very long time. Her cousins have got them, her friends have got them, she sees them on YouTube videos, and she's wanted one for a long, like years. And to start with, they were quite unsafe in the way of the battery. But now I think they're a lot better. They're probably still unsafe, but you just got to be careful, haven't you? So what I've done is I've been saving up the pennies for a long time to get her one for her birthday, right? And it's a long time before her birthday. I mean, a bloody long time before her birthday. But I've managed to save up enough money to get one, and I thought I'm going to get it before, before. Because it'd be my luck, it always happens, you save up for something and then some kind of emergency happens. Like for example now, the car is due a service, it's overdue its service. The oil is black and it's thin as hell. But kids are more important. So I bought her one before I had to spend that money on something else, okay? But the trouble is it's so long before her birthday, she's not going to open it in time. And any guarantee or return policy will be well expired. So, guess what that means? That means I've got to open it up and I've got to have a look and I've got to test it. So, you don't know what it is yet, do you? Well, you might have found something on that writing on the side. We've got a charger, look. We've got a plug. It's a UK one, which is good. We've got some documentation which says that it's been electronic. Oh right, okay, that's just price keeper. I don't know what that is. That's some kind of documentation. We've got a balancing scooter is what they call it, balancing scooter. So they call them hoverboards, balancing scooters, whatever you want to call them. You know the ones, don't you? Like a Segway but with no handlebar. So let's take this off. There we go. I got her a purple one. It doesn't look purple on that screen, but it's purple because she likes purple. Well, she likes everything, really. She's like me. She likes everything. And so when you're trying to get her a gift, it's difficult to know what to get, because she likes everything. Same as me. People find it bloody difficult getting me gifts because I like everything. But all I've got to do is get this out, make sure it's okay, make sure that it works, make sure it charges, make sure it's not damaged in any way. It's very slippery. And it smells good though. It smells very good. It smells like a bike shop. Everyone ever been in a bike shop before? You've got all that rubber and nice smells. It smells like that. Right. Yeah, so the charging port's undone. Don't know how much charge. Shall we try and turn it on? Ready? No, it's probably completely dead. Unless you have to hold it. Right. I'm going to read the instructions and I'll come back. Alright, so it comes 100% completely dead. So I've got to charge it up. So I've got to take that off there. It says it would take, it says 2 hours to charge, but I don't know about that. Turn that on. Got any kind of light? Ah, there we go. So we've got a red LED light come up on there. Lovely. Well, I'm going to leave that to charge. Well, until the light goes green, I suppose. It says 2 hours, but It says first initial charge 2 hours, but I'm going to wait for it till it goes green and we'll see what happens. The time is 6:10 now in the evening, so yeah. I've had a rather, it's a strange situation. I've got this, seems like a nice bloke. He's contacted me, subscriber, contacted me, said he wants to give me a gift. I said, alright, yeah, what do you want to give? Anyway, he said, would you accept it? I'm not going to tell you what it is, actually. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But it's going to be a surprise. If it happens, if it goes through. You've got to be very wary with strangers, you know what I mean? But he's contacted me, he said he wants to give me something. So I kind of was a bit like, yeah, well, how do you know if someone's genuine? Yeah, loads of scams out there, all kinds of random things, but I'm going to have to set up a P.O. box again. I had a P.O. box before, I'm going to have to set up another one because, you know, people want to send me things. You know, that's why I set up the Amazon wish list, because I put things on there that would be useful to me, and if you want to get me something as a gesture of appreciation, because maybe you like my videos, then you can go on Amazon. For example, I've actually put one of these on for myself on that because I can't afford two. My daughter's like, oh, I want you to get one. If I get one, can you get one too, so we can go out and we can go on them together? Well, I can't afford two of them, so I did put one on the Amazon wish list just in case somebody is crazy and generous enough to get me one. But that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that's the reason why I set the Amazon wish list up, because it's all, you ain't got to worry about no addresses or nothing. I haven't anyway. You know, you just buy something and it gets sent to me, and that way I sense your appreciation massively. But I had a P.O. box, so you can send me anything you want. People sent me beer, people sent me all kinds of random things, you know. But the P.O. box was £173 per 6 months, I think it was. It wasn't a year, I think it was 6 months. £176 for 6 months, and I couldn't sustain a P.O. box, you know. £176 for 6 months. What? That's crazy amount of money. I can't be spending that. You know what I mean? It didn't warrant it, but I might have to try and see if I can set one up again somehow, and then that way you can send me things whenever you want. But this person who wants to give me something, you know, I'm going to try and arrange that, sort that out, and you know, it'll be bloody good if it happens. It's going to be good, and I'll show you what it is, and I'm about to make a few videos out of that. You won't believe the amount of people I've had. These are cameras, look. You know, SLR cameras. I've got loads of them in there. We've got all sorts. We've got the disc cameras. I mean, look, that's part of my collection. I want to sell it, but I've had so many all time wasters. It just seems to be everyone on cameras is time wasters. It's 98 days now until Christmas Day. How many of you have done your Christmas shopping? I have done a lot of it. I can't help it, and I can't. The way I see it is, Christmas is coming up, right? Well, I try to do it throughout the year anyway, but I think it's getting there soon. Get the presents done and dusted, yeah? And then that way, you know, you ain't got to think about it later on, you know? You ain't got to think about the money to buy the presents. You ain't got to think about nothing, because you've got every present that you need for Christmas. It's done. Christmas is coming up, but it's done. Everyone else is like, oh, I've got to go shopping, oh, I've got to get this, oh, I've got to get that. And we're like, it's done. We've got a few bits to get, you know, little bits, but most of them, all the kids' presents, dusted, sorted out, happy. Grass that I planted's come on a long roll, but the apple tree's not. That was alright until about a day ago, and all of a sudden it just did that. Weird. That might explain it. That might explain it. You know what's happened? One of the minions has been out here and kicking at it. Oh well. The banana trees are coming along well though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5. Oh, another one in there. 6, 7. At least 7 banana plants in there. I'm going to have to separate them, I think, because I think they're going to get a bit crowded in that pot. Christmas trees, alright. Oh, tomato plants coming along well. Strawberries. I haven't really got any strawberries. But we'll get there. Still charging, look. Got the red light. proper excited about this for her. She's gonna love it. That's the best thing, right? I'm sure you'll all agree. It doesn't matter what it is or who it is, getting somebody else something is it's much better, especially when it's something that they really want. And I can't wait. But now I'm gonna have to put that, whatever you want to call it, a hoverboard, whatever. I'm gonna have to, once I've tested it, I've got to put it back in the box. Pardon me. Put it back in the box and give it to someone so they can look after it and put it away, because there's nowhere where we live. We can't hide nothing, you see, because they can find it. So I've got to give it to someone so they can look after it so she won't find it. Oh no. We're low on batteries. Now look, we've got to go and cut the grass, haven't we?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's alright, that's lucky. Look, we got some of these cheapy ones.
Whoa.
Yep. Should we put them in? Should we put them in? Let's put them in, shall we? Right, so we've got new batteries in there now. Test it out. Whoa! Look at that. Let's get some bubbles. Oh, here we go, look. Some bubbles. This is just a mixture that I made up. It's not as good as the ones that come with it. Believe it or not. Whoa! That's not bad. Not as good as what comes with it, eh? We'll get there. Come on then, go and cut some grass. La la la. Yay! I think most of it's ended up on the floor. Oh dear. I made this stuff up out of water and washing up liquid. I mean, the stuff that comes with these bubble machines, we've got various different bubble machines, and the stuff that comes with them is, you know, even though, you know, they're like a cheap thing, like the bubble solutions, like this one. I thought this is the one that come with that little lawnmower, but it's bloody good. You know, the bubbles are massive, they're nice and thick, and they just keep coming out. But the stuff that I make with the washing up liquid, like you used to back in the day, don't really blow that many bubbles. And it's fairy. Fairy's meant to be really bubbly. A few comments on there. Oh, this is on about the lorry drivers. When the lockdown started and the lorry drivers were furloughed, some truck drivers become taxi drivers in their own town because they were seen as essential workers. Some personally, and they say we'll never go back to driving a wagon again. Well, that's the trouble, isn't it? You know what I mean? I don't think I'd want to be either, to be honest. Another one there, look. In the USA, we have tons of driver shortages. They can't even get the kids to school. No school bus drivers. They will have to be forcibly vaccinated or lose their jobs, and they refuse to. Oh man, that's mad. Forcibly vaccinated just to drive a lorry. I know in this country, the nurses and carers and doctors, they're being told they've got to be doubly vaccinated by, I think it's the 11th of October. Otherwise they will lose their jobs. So carers will lose their jobs if they don't have a vaccination and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know about lorry drivers. That's a bit gay. Very gay. But there you go. What a crazy world. Alright, there's that kind bloke. Barry Smith. Yeah, that should be good. We got here, look. Another one. You're wrong here. People want to work. They do not want to be wage slaves. The humans are waking up to the fact that they're slaves. It's never going back to normal. Automation will take over. Oh dear. The human mind isn't even designed to work more than 2 to 4 hours a day. The whole system is designed to stress people out and keep sense of force home. A different kind of Hayoka, however you pronounce that last word. You always make me laugh. Whoever that person is, they always make me chuckle. You know what? We're out of focus. We've always been slaves, haven't we, eh? Back in the bloody Romans, and whenever the pyramids and churches and other things were built, people were even worse than now, you know. They'd be getting the whip and working all day long, carrying big blocks and no shoes on, or just sandals, you know. They'd be hungry, they'd be thirsty, they'd be proper slaves, and if they didn't do the work, they'd just be hung or whatever, killed, you know, and beaten up. I should imagine that was, it seems probably like a bit of fun, but probably not. These days, although we are somewhat slaves to people who are rich, in a way, I will agree that in a way, you know, a lot of people are doing quite hard jobs for very little money. But we've got it a lot easier. I mean, when it comes to lorry drivers, all they got to do is, I know I say all they got to do, I know it's stressful and it's, you know, but what I'm trying to say is, in comparison to walking up and down carrying heavy blocks all day long in a line, blisters on your feet, hot weather, cold weather, you know, not enough food, not enough, you're always hungry, and you get a little loaf of bread for your work, you know, and you're working all the time. You know, I think sitting there driving a lorry or a lot of other jobs is a lot easier these days. You know what I mean? Like, to put it in comparison, we ain't slaves, not in that way no more. You know, there could be a lot better ways that we could get rewarded for our work, of course. I'm not denying that. But when it comes to being slaves, not like what it used to be, I don't think. So, you know, I agree to some extent, but then again, we have got it very easy these days. Very easy these days, you know what I mean? It's a crazy line, you know what I mean? But there you go. I'll catch you on the next one, you lot. All the best.